We live? We're going? Alright. This is the first time I've done a live stream, so. Welcome, everybody, to episode 2 of Maychael Bay Month, where I talk about Michael Bay movies. And yes, I know it has been a long time since the first episode, or at least a few days. I got no excuse other than I just got lazy. As you can see from the title, talking about the second Transformers movie. And yes, I will be going over all the Transformers movies, at least that I know of, because I didn't see Age of Extinction and I didn't see Last Night. From what I know, those movies suck monkey butts. But Revenge of the Fallen, yet another DVD I had, but got broken. A lot of my DVDs from my past did get damaged. Anyway, let's start talking about it, shall we? Transformers 2, Revenge of the Fallen, takes place a few years, I believe. Actually, I don't remember when it came out. All I know is Sam's now going to college, and he finds a shard of the Allspark, which he shoved into Megatron's chest plate at the end of the first movie. It shocks him, then he starts seeing all of these things, these symbols, the language of the Autobots and Decepticons. And he starts freaking out, and who wouldn't? Also, at the same time of doing this, the shard falls through his floor and affects all the electronics in his kitchen. Oh, crap. And his parents finally find out about Bumblebee living in the garage. That's a great talk to have, isn't it? Yeah, this is a giant robot from outer space that's been living in the garage. That's my car that you bought me for, what was it? 4,000? Yeah. Is the side plot that he tries to still continue his relationship with Maychael, who, I'll admit, I was definitely a fan of her more after his other girlfriend that he had in the third movie. Anyway, continuing. As he goes to college, he starts going more ape because he keeps seeing the signs. He got through a whole history book in under 2 minutes, finding mistakes that Einstein made, getting kicked out of college. The movie's all over the place so many times. It also has as you know, I jump forward with these movies. I don't have a specific thing I do. Later in the movie, we have an awesome fight scene featuring Optimus taking on basically the entire army of the Decepticons. Of course, he loses, because even if he is Optimus Prime, he can't handle all of that. But, yeah, Prime dies, spoiler, for the whole movie, basically. And the rest of the movie is basically them, of course, trying to evade the Decepticons, but also trying to figure out a way to bring back Optimus. And there's one point in the movie, there's two characters in the movie that everybody always had mixed feelings. I mean, that was the twins. Also, I know I should have mentioned this earlier. Transformers and the military basically live in cohesion, except for one douchebag who questioned why the Autobots wouldn't give us like their weapons and stuff like that. I don't know. Hiroshima, 9/11. That's all humanity. It may not have been Americans, but it's all humanity that's caused natural disasters. Yeah, let's give them alien tech that can destroy half a block with one pull of a trigger. Anyway, so a lot of the movie also has some other side character that Sal met in college that he somehow got dragged into this. I forget. No, it has been a long time since I watched this movie, so a lot of it's blanking off the top of my head. Yeah, apparently people are not watching. I make these videos not to get views, but just to make for fun. The twins definitely were, back to them. To me, I love them. They were freaking hilarious. But yeah, I can definitely see why they were annoying. Let me think. What else happened? I'm very sorry for this. Like I always say in these movie reviews, I suck at this. I'm drawing a blank. There's so much crap that happens in this movie. You get the main things that stick with me with this are the stupid crap that happens, like at the border crossing, where they trick the border crossing to letting them into Mexico. I think I definitely say one thing that I love in this movie is the introduction of Wheelie, this little Decepticon little guy who transforms into an RC car. He's probably one of the funniest things in the movie. He has great. He has stupid lines, but they're funny to me at least. But to be fair, I have a stupid sense of humor. You know what? This review sucks. The movie, I will say this. Out of all the Transformers movies, out of all of them, there's only two that are really good. Transformers 1, which is a masterpiece, probably one of Michael Bay's best movies. Transformers 2, where he was kind of losing it, but still had enough wherewithal to make a good movie. And I'm sorry, because there's so much I can't remember from this movie. Of course, I remember the final battle with the freaking Decepticon, who's mashed together a bunch of just cars and trucks and a lot. I always say this with these movies: just watch the movie yourself, so that way you can see it, and you don't have to have some idiot talking about it that has no idea what he's talking about, or just watch someone else who can like show clips of the movie or something like that. Why are you watching me? I don't know. There's something about me, I guess, that you guys like. I don't know what. God, did that sound egotistical? And back to the film. They look for, what do they call it? Some relic of the Primes. And when they find it, turns to dust. Even though it's destroyed, Sam still thinks it can save Optimus. But Shocker, he gets blown up real good in this fight because he's a kid walking around in a war zone. I should also mention, because of its name, the main antagonist is not bad guy. It's not Megatron. It's his king, ruler, boss, big guy. The big boss is a guy named the Fallen. That's all we know about him. Who wants to destroy all primes. That way he can invade the blah, 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 big, generic bad guy stuff. That is always my problem with hero movies. It's always the same god thing with the villains. They want to take out the world. Of course! I'll make this... You guys are probably having so much pain and cringe watching me, and this isn't even supposed to be cringe of the month. Sam has a flash something where the original Primes recreate the stinking relic. He smashes it in Prime's chest. Prime comes back to life, gets the ability of Jetstorm, who was buried in a freaking museum. He gives him his parts. You get that classic Jetstorm power battleizer of Optimus that you see in the cartoons, which was always awesome. You get the final battle between Prime and the Fallen. And again, even when the movies suck, the fight scenes are at least decent, not excluding last night. Oh, no one's watching. I don't mind. I'm so fun. I'm having fun, even though it sucks. I'll just end it like this. This movie was bad in certain places, which I can't think of, but every movie has its flaws. No movie's truly perfect. I said Transformers 1 was a masterpiece, but even then it had some flaws. No movie's truly perfect, but this movie was very good, very entertaining. Again, because I suck at this, go watch the movie wherever you can find it on DVD, find it on anything. Because again, just like the first Transformers movie, just like the Nate Professor of 2008, I highly recommend the first two Transformers movies. After 2, it's where the start gets sucking. That's my opinion. Transformers movie started sucking right after Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. One thing I remember, because I don't go in any chronological order with a film. One thing I do remember that was so stupid was some freaking Panther Puma looking Decepticon disguised as a human woman trying to seduce Sam. What the was that scene? That was definitely when Michael Bay was trying to lose it, man. I mean, why? Why would you write that? Why? Also, just a question: Did the actress playing Maychael just not want to do any more Transformers movies? Because what was the purpose of getting rid of her in the next movie? Why was she gone in last night, or Dark Side of the Moon, or whatever it was called? Because I remember Wheelie saying that she dumped him, but why? You must have did 2 of these movie-wise. Maychael last did 2 of these wars. She just gets sick of the idea of being almost killed every time, which is actually understandable. But I just didn't like the new actress is fine. She did a great job with the role she was given, but This is that I grew up with the first Transformers movie. Even before any sequels were made, I loved that movie so much. I would rewatch it almost every Friday night or something like. Pretty much almost every night, because I remember as a kid, me and my sister would have movie nights with our old DVD players, and yes, or those with the big actual DVD players that didn't come with a remote or anything. Just pause, fast forward, and play. Remember those? We used to watch so many, mainly a lot of Transformers, Kung Fu Panda. Um, I remember on my old computer, we brought movie night back and watched Ed and Eddie the Big Picture Show. That's a video idea. I mean, I've seen people talk about the movie. Anyway, Revenge of the Fallen. Decent movie. Not as good as the first one, but not many sequels can be qualified as better than the first. But some are. But yeah, I definitely say Transformers and Transformers 2, Revenge of the Fallen, definitely a good movie. One of Michael Bay's good movies. But then we go to the crap, and I've seen Dark Moon. It's just so hard for me to freaking. I don't think I've ever watched it all the way through, which is going to be the hard part of that movie review. And also, if you guys have any Michael Bay movies that you've watched, that you hate, that you like, that you want me to talk about, send me a comment, and I will check it out. So I have a lot more to talk about, and actually have an idea what I am talking about. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the first live stream on my channel. I don't know why I call it. Well, for me, it's not different than any other video. I don't know. Anyway, this was stupid. This was a horrible review. At least with other movies, I at least watched and know what I'm talking about. This, I just went and bang, blind as a bat. Jesus. Oh, God, why do I make these? Later, guys. Bye. Oh, God.